Digital photography made simple.
Hi, welcome back to Digital 1-to-1. This segment is about movement and how to capture it. For example, most sports, your child running in a playground, or your favorite pet chasing its favorite toy. Have you ever seen an image where the subject looks really in focus and sharp, and yet the background feels as if it was shot from a very fast-moving car? This is known as panning, and we're going to show you how to create an image using this technique. First off, let me show you two examples here, one without and one with. Now the without is shot on automatic, and the one with is using the technique we call panning. So what is panning and how do we do it? Panning is physically following the action with your camera. If your action moves from right to left or from left to right, it's you holding your camera with the action, following it as you go, and somewhere along that path of action and in that movement, you're going to grab your shot and press your shutter button. Now you say sometimes you might have a tricky finger there, and how do you get it so right quickly to get that shot? You got to find a spot where you want that shot to be, design-wise or composite-wise. Press the shutter halfway so that locks in your focus. Now sometimes you'll notice on the back of your screen you'll see a little green square. That means you're locked in. Hold it down halfway, keep it that way. So when your action comes into play and you follow with it, right at that point, press the shutter all the way. You'll freeze your action. But remember, you have to do it with a long shutter speed in time. Now, the problem with smaller cameras like this one is panning technique with this camera is going to be a little difficult because it's not set up for that. You have a panning function in your image stabilization, but you don't really have full control of the panning technique with your shutter speeds. You're going to have to move up to a more prosumer or professional camera where you can control the amount of time your camera gives to bring in that light, meaning 1 second, 2 seconds, half a second. So remember, when you see the action coming by and you're shooting it like a half a second and it's going really fast and you got that shutter depressed for that exact spot, you bring it there and you click. That's panning your shot. Okay, so if a panning technique is something that you want to have in your arsenal of being a creative photographer, you're not always going to find it on these small cameras, but some do. So you want to look for something that has shutter speed control, which you will find in a more prosumer professional camera. Let me show you two examples shot with these two cameras side by side. Now that you know how to use the panning technique, you can bring your photographic creativity to a higher level. And if you want to learn about more techniques like this one, visit us on Digital 1-to-1.